Welcome to Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I'm Reverend Matthew. I am the minister serving this congregation as we serve our surrounding area. And happy birthday to the universe. 13.7 billion years ago, give or take a few days, the universe came into being with a big bang. You can join me in that if you want. A big bang. Yeah. In that instant, everything that can be came into existence. All time and all space, all energy and all matter. So happy birthday to everything that has ever been or everything that ever will be. Happy birthday to the vast void and the galaxies and the stars, to the comets and the asteroids and the planets, to the natural beauty of the waters, mountains, and sky of our fragile planet Earth. Happy birthday to all the life on Earth, the fungi and the plants and the animals and the sea and the land and the air that they live in, and the evolution over time to breathe and to grow and to eat. Unpredictable beings that came into life to feel hunger and pain and sorrow and to live into compassion and hope and joy. Happy birthday to us all. Give or take a few days, happy birthday to you and all of you. Celebrating the birthday of the universe today, we celebrate you, your existence, your life, your wholeness in pain and in sorrow and compassion and joy. Whoever you are, wherever you are, however you are participating here in our sanctuary, at home, via Zoom, or watching on a recording sometime later, happy birthday. You can say it. If you'd care to join me in wishing each other a happy birthday to the universe, you can. What we'll do is in a moment, we'll turn to the camera, we'll turn to each other, and using American Sign Language, we will going to sign happy birthday. Okay, we'll practice that. Happy birthday. Yeah, it's whatever hand is good on this one. This is birthday, yep. So in just a moment then, stand as you're willing and able, turn to one another, turn to the camera, and begin wishing each other happy birthday. Yeah. Hosting our celebration are the many, many people who offer their time and talent to make every Sunday happen. Our greeters, our AV squad, hospitality team, Alex, our pastoral associate today, Chris, our music director, Joel, our song leader, and happy birthday to each of you. Those who have brought apple pies and desserts to share following the service, happy birthday to you. In particular, today, I'm grateful for all of those who have imagined and crafted and developed our ritual of joy and sorrow, which we will share in today. All of those who have ever taken a stone, dropped it into the water, and shared what is in their hearts, thank you. The ritual we practice today is the exchange of joy and sorrow, and it arises out of our congregation. It is different in every Unitarian Universalist church, and here it is ours. Our ritual is a community time when each and all are invited to speak, naming their unique and fragile, lovely and vulnerable joy and sorrow of their own humanity, of their own life. We offer all of that to one another in a full celebration, a party, joy and of sorrow, for we are a community that cares. We gather to celebrate, to party with one another for the nurture of nature, the wonder of the universe, and for the awe-inspiring life that we are here to share. Happy birthday. It is good to be together.
Good morning, everyone. I'll be reading from Tanya Marquez, Our Lives Intersect and Intertwine. It is a wonder and mystery that our paths have crossed, that in the immensity of time and the vastness of space we coincide here. I am in awe at the ways in which our lives intersect and intertwine. More at the beauty we create when we gather. May our coming together make us more compassionate, more just, more caring, and more loving. May our hearts and minds be open to this offering. I'm so glad you are all here. Let us worship, let us marvel at the miracle of being here right now and the mystery that has brought us together. To go with that, we will have a classic being played, Happy Birthday to You.
You know that there are actually several different birthday songs. This morning, Alex was teaching me a new one. I know 3. One taught to me by Chris Long, a UU colleague and a dear friend of mine. It's this. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Another one was taught to me by my kids. It's your birthday, and you gotta do the birthday dance. And finally, the one that Alex was alluding to, which in the Guinness Book of World Records says is the most recognized song in the English language, Happy Birthday to You. And so with Joel leading us, we'll sing it 3 times. We'll sing it for the universe, we'll sing it for apple pie, and you'll sing it for someone who's standing next to you. Please rise in body or in spirit and join your voices as one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear universe. Happy birthday to you. Harmony's very good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear apple pie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear person near to you. Happy birthday to you.
So grateful those words were on the screen. We light a birthday candle for life, the universe, and everything with this responsive reading by the Reverend Robert Weston. Please join me by reading the words in the lower right of the screen. Out of the stars in their flight, out of the dust of eternity, here we have come, stardust and sunlight, mingling through the time and through space. Out of the stars we have come, up from time, out of the stars we have come. Time out of time, before time, in the vastness of space, Earth spun to orbit the sun, Earth with the thunder of mountains newborn, the boiling of seas. Earth warmed by the sun, lit by sunlight, this is our home, of the stars we have come. Mystery hidden in mystery, back through all time, mystery rising from rock in the storm and sea. Out of the stars Ponder this thing in your heart. Ponder with all. Out the sea to the land. Out of the shallows came plants. Out of the sea to the land. Around darkness the light. Rising to walk and to fly. Out of the sea trembled light. Ponder this thing in your heart. Life up from the sea. Eyes to behold. Throats to sing. Bodies to love. Life from the sea. Warmed by the sun. Washed by the rain. Life from within. Giving birth. Rose to love. This is the wonder of time. This is the marvel of space. Out of the stars swung the earth. Life upon earth rose to love. This is the marvel of life. Rising to see and to know. Out of your heart cry wonder. Celebrate that you live. I will light the birthday candle now.
I invite you now to a time of contemplation, of considering and pondering apple pie. Ever since I heard the cosmologist Carl Sagan in his television show Cosmos say, if you want to bake an apple pie, you have to start with the universe, I've related apple pie back to everything that there is. The sweet and the tart, the flaky crust with the soft chew of apple is just one flavor in the universe. And it might not even be your favorite dessert, but it holds the universe. Apple pie and its basic ingredients, apple, flour, sugar, has hydrogen in it, hydrogen atoms that were born in the very first 3 minutes after the universe Big Bang. Right there. The birth of the universe is in apple pie. We use the phrase, though, as American as apple pie to get more specific in time and in space. In fact, it's become a phrase of what is beloved in our country's culture. So much of our history and culture that offers delightful joy. Democracy, jazz, blue jeans, baseball, rock and roll, all alongside apple pie. But if biting into apple pie is a taste of the universe, then it's also tasting all of the flavors of history, all the flavors of culture as well. And in our culture today, there are practices that are nowhere as delightful as an apple pie. There's cancel culture. There's white Christian nationalism. There's aggressive militarism. Trumpism. In each bite, apple pie is all of our joys mixed in and mashed up among our pain and suffering and sorrow. It's the whole universe in a single bite. And this is what poet and essayist Ross Gay ponders. What if joy is not only entangled with pain or suffering or sorrow, but it also emerges out of and through those things? My hunch, he says, is that joy is an ember or a precursor to a wild and unpredictable and transgressive and unboundaried solidarity. And that solidarity might incite further joy. It might incite further solidarity, and on and on and on. My hunch is that joy emerges out of our common sorrow, and which does not necessarily mean we have the same sorrows, but that we in common sorrow, that might draw us together. Each joy or sorrow shared today is just a small bite. It's a small bite. And in that bite, in what is shared from this microphone, is an entire universe of a whole being. It's everything. It's suffering and healing. It's cruelty and kindness. It's sorrow and joy, boldly and freely offered to you. What a gift. For not only does this invite us to join along with other human beings, and through these bites of life, we get to mix and mingle and fold and bake a new solidarity into existence. We get to join our lives in this community. In the immensity of time, in the vastness of space, we dare to make something new. So bring your joy and your sorrow. Bring it for celebration. Please bring them. Bring them here to our microphone, and we will be ready to hear, ready to hold, and ready to care. May we, Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist congregation, may we dare to be so bold together. Begin our ritual with half of the song, When the Heart is in a Holy Place, and at the end of it, we will conclude with the other half of the song. Joel, if you would lead us, please.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep within, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place.
As we travel through life's journey, we experience many emotions, both joys that may be enhanced by sharing and sorrows that may be lessened through the support of this congregation. I add water we have collected from nature's nurturing rains and from our many travels as a congregation. This is the flow of our continuing support for each other, celebrating our joys, commiserating our sorrows. It is a reminder to you all that each and all are welcome to pour yourselves out into this congregation, knowing that you will be held in our covenant of care. We'll proceed with 3 steps, those online, then those who are here but prefer to remain seated, and I will come to you. And finally, we'll invite those who wish to share to line up on the west wall and one at a time come forward. If you are participating on Zoom and you have something you would like to share, turn on your camera. We are going to unmute you together. Thank you for the thumbs up. And in a sentence or 2, you can tell us about your joy or your sorrow. And when you're done, I will drop a few stones into our communal water for you.
Go ahead and speak.
We can hear you. Yeah, go right ahead.
Mountain Vista is my spiritual home. I'm talking to you from Eagan, Minnesota, and it brings me so much joy to join you weekly.
We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Are there others online? If you're here in our sanctuary and are more comfortable remaining seated, I'll bring you the microphone, and I'll also bring some stones for you to hold, and then I'll drop them into the collected waters for you after you're done speaking. Is there anyone here who wishes to remain seated?
In this past week, I've had both a joy and a sorrow. The joy is that my first great-grandchild, Azul, was born, and my sorrow is that my dearest friend of 54 years died on Tuesday.
Any others? For the many individuals here in our sanctuary who wish to come forward, I invite you to form a line on the west wall, and one by one, come behind the altar. Take a stone or stones in your hand, and then, one by one, offer a sentence or 2 about your joy or sorrow, and then drop your stone in the communal water. You may also wish to just come forward and take stones and place them in the water silently. You're welcome to do that as well. I do have one that I need to share with you before or as we continue, and that's I put a stone in for Linda Logan. Linda Logan is a member of our congregation who has been hospitalized in the last 2 days over heart concerns. She would love to receive texts from any of you inquiring how she is doing. And that's how it's done. So I'd like to invite anyone who'd like to share to line up, and one by one come to the microphone to offer your joy or your sorrow.
I'm Bob. I'm concerned with unhoused people in Tucson. I'm hoping to find someone to lead a very small group of people to get started on doing something.
This stone looks like a heart. My daughters and my grandchildren, more sorrow than joy.
have so much gratitude. So much gratitude that Roy went through his open heart surgery well, that the medications are controlling his arrhythmias, and a great many prayers that when he goes back to work on Thursday, that he'll suddenly magically have strength and stamina to handle it.
Marina, с днем рождения.
This stone is for my nephew, Michael Humphrey, who retired just 3 years ago and was living with his wife in Ventura, California, and was looking forward to a long retirement with his spouse and died, I think, very unexpectedly.
This is in memory of Kathy Magna, who is my daughter's mother-in-law, but a very close friend because we're a close family. She passed away last night, and I'm very sad about that and sad for her family.
Sorrow for the end of a 34-year marriage, and hope for our separate continued lives.
Breathe with me. Breathing in and out as your body requires. Breathing in the losses and the deaths that have been shared. And breathing out compassion and understanding. Breathing in the joys and the births, the celebration of a faith community, and breathing out solidarity. Breathe in the many things that have been offered. Breathe in the grief. We can do this. Breathe in the joy. We can celebrate this. And breathe out knowing that we from many are one. We from many are one. I will add some stones. Stones for all of the sorrows and the pain and the suffering that has remained unnamed among us. And then I will add some more stones. For the joys that we overflow with. This is the meaning of congregation. We are here for one another, the many, and we are one, overflowing with solidarity and a new joy. We have listened, we have heard one another. May we be moved in solidarity to celebration and compassion, not only here among us, but to take our care and justice out into the world. May it be so.
We are blessed with love and amazing grace when our heart is in a holy place. When we tell our story from deep inside and we listen with a loving mind and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space and the God of our hearts stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place.
What a great ringtone, whoever's that was. Bad to the bone. That's great. My question, however, is not whose ringtone it is, but rather, what is in our wishing well? Well, it's flowers right now, because Joel has brought those forward. Thank you. Gift from someone in the congregation to have flowers with us this morning, and he said, "Where do I put them?" And I said, "In the well." Yet, what is in our wishing well is more about the project that the board of directors has invited us to participate in January and now into February. What are your wishes for the future? And several times, people have taken pages out of the back of the journal after writing on them and dropping them into the well. And we'll take all of those wishes, and with the help of the Reverend Christine Dance, who is the lead minister of the UU Church of Phoenix, the board and I will be learning from you what themes are vital to us, and then we will craft strategic plans for our future. So far, we've received nearly 100 wishes. Wishes in two areas of our congregational health: numbers of healthy quantities and engagement of spiritual growth. And in just a few minutes, we will ask you for your wishes about love. But before Aaron leads us in that meditation, I wanted to share a story that is coming out of the wishes that you have already given. Specifically, the wishes that you've given about numbers. We could go to the first one. out of our wishing well comes this. This is a word cloud of the many wishes you wrote up and dropped into the wishing well or used our online Google form to share. It's a lot of wishes. Now, this word cloud, it takes repeated words of value and it makes them bigger. I didn't choose to do this. This is what you wrote, and this application just simply made a little bit bigger so that we can start to see the patterns coming up for us. It's a way for us to speak back to us about healthy quantities. And there's a lot there. So I found a bit hard of what we were saying, so I separated it into the past and the present and the future wishes, and a narrative began to emerge. This is wishes based on past experiences. Wishes based on your past experiences. It's a third of what you just saw. And already people jump out as the greatest quantity that you have experienced. It's been people, that's the healthy experiences of your past that you wish for this congregation. There's more there. Joy at Chow Time shows up really big. Feeling is there. Yearning and justice. What do you see? Do you see yourself and your wishes, your past experiences? And this is the start of a story we're beginning to tell to one another. Next picture. These are wishes for increases in things, in programs and items in our church today. People are still in there. But other values began to be repeated more times. Volunteers, gathering, music. This is the middle of the story. In the middle of the story, those people from the past are volunteering, and they're gathering, and they're making music. And finally, there's our well wishes for tomorrow. Ways of being in volunteering, ways of gathering, increase in volunteering, increase in gathering for the people, but to become a congregation. This is the story that we are telling one another. This is the story that we are living today. That the many people become one. That through our shared time and talent, through our joys and our sorrows, individuals join together to become Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist congregation. From the many, a new solidarity emerges that has never existed before. May this be a story that we continue to follow, a story we continue to tell, a story we continue to make with all that we do together.
Hello. I'm going to continue with the sign language and show you love. You just cross like you're hugging somebody. So love. So today's meditation is focused on love, related to our mission statement and the themes that we had come up with, which is thinking of what are structures that kind of help love to grow. Talking with Reverend Matthew this week, last week, I guess, about the meditation. He shared with me a quote that was from M. Scott Peck's. It was the definition of love in his book, The Road Less Traveled. And I thought it was really fitting for today's meditation to have you kind of start thinking. He just defined love as the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. So now let's all get comfortable. Put your feet flat on the floor as best as you can. Place both hands over your heart as best that you can. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, close your eyes as you are comfortable and relax your mind, body, and spirit. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now return to your regular breathing and think about a meaningful experience where the structure and the activities around allowed you to grow either more connected, feeling of love, spiritual growth of yourself or somebody else. Visualize this experience. Are you in nature? Are you with friends or family? Are you in a building? Are you listening to music? Are you playing music? Immerse yourself fully in this experience. Wander around, look around. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. What are you seeing? Are you smelling anything? Who's with you? Why is this meaningful experience? Why is this a meaningful experience for you? What is inspiring your feelings? Now hold on to these images, these feelings of what you've been experiencing. But you need to say goodbye to the people there or the task that you were doing or watching. Finish it. Come back to the sounds around you. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands. Bring your body back to the space here where you are physically. Slowly open your eyes. Look all around you. Namaste. So next we're going to be singing the hymn, We Sing Amazing Sunsets. And while you are singing, I want you to continue thinking about that meaningful experience related to love. And then we have all of the journals here in the sanctuary. Take an empty blank piece of paper, write down those feelings at some point before the end of, before you leave, and you can add it to the rose garden that's in the wishing well. Those of you who are online or are watching this later on, we have a QR code which what you need is your cell phone, put it in the camera mode, have it go up looking at the QR code. Do not take a picture. Many of us probably have pictures of QR codes that we have tried. Just put it up there and you should see a little link to a website. So click on that. That will take you to a Google form where you can type up a response to today's love question. Also, I believe they're going to add the link to the online to make it a quick and easy for those of you on Zoom. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Enjoy.
Our final song this morning was actually written by Baja 4 Unitarian Universalists, by members of the 4 congregation in our area. In fact, Joel was a part of writing this. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You just didn't seem to, no, it was fun. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join your voices together.
We sing amazing sunsets reflecting on the land of ranges, valleys, mountains, and desert wandering grand. We sing of flashing lightning and life bestowing rain. Birds among the branches and monsoons come again. We sing the heart courageous, the youthful eager mind. We sing of hopes undaunted, of friendly ways and kind. We sing the blooms of wildflowers and from the rain-soaked earth. We sing the earth's great splendor, whose beauty is our birth.
All right. It is time for announcements. Today, in case you haven't noticed, there is a book sale out in the Oasis room. You can buy books from the book sale cart today in our Oasis room. And then next week, we will have a care card creation. So next Sunday, in preparation for Valentine's Day, our Religious Exploration Committee is inviting everyone to handcraft 2 cards. One for a Valentine, and the other for our pastoral care team to send out through the year to those in need. So come and craft a card to share our care. MVU musical review, and Alan will actually make this announcement.
Yes, just a reminder that on February 17th, we will be having a musical event here in the evening, starting at 7 p.m. There will be refreshments available, so we look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you, Alan. All right, and as normal, the woven basket is for UU Jazz, which you'll see out in the Oasis room. As you leave our sanctuary on your way to get some delicious apple pie, you will see a wooden bowl and a woven basket. The wooden bowl is for your donation to our church, and the woven basket is for our partner this month, which is UU Jazz. Also, UU Justice of Arizona is our statewide justice network. They serve the 11 congregations of our state, bringing us together to address the needs of Arizonans and engage in national campaigns for justice. Their mission is nurturing congregational social justice ministries, connecting UU activists and congregations across the state, partnering with like-minded justice organizations, empowering UUs to work for socially just public policy. All that you offer in either the bowl or the basket is gratefully received. We'll be releasing the flame now. This is by Jalal al-Din Muhammad Rumi, The Universe Inside You. We conclude our service by releasing two flames. We release the flame of our chalice with a reading by Rumi, the 13th century mystical poet, and we release our birthday candles with a wish. The universe inside you. Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside you. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. Rumi, the musical poet who died 750 years ago, was a Sufi. Sufis believe in a dynamic participation in the gift of life, an ecstatic movement with Allah. The dance with the divine and the dance with the divine. On this birthday of the universe, give or take a few days, my wish for all of us is that together we move as flames, dancing together within time and space, between joy and sorrow, celebrating our connection and care for each other. May it be so.